What's up, everybody? It's your girl Vivian, and I am back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching, hello, please like, comment, subscribe, share my videos on all platforms, and don't forget to click that notification bell on the side. That'll keep you alerted anytime I upload a new video. This is a lifestyle channel, as well as my ability to share with you all my journey on Mounjaro Tirzepatide. So this is week 90 of the 50 milligram of MJ, Mr. T, Mr. Tirzepatide, baby. Big Mama, Big Daddy, Mr. T. Big Daddy 15, okay? So for those of you who are visiting this channel for the first time, watching this video for the first time, hello, my name is Vivi. You can call me Vivi. I have been diagnosed with type 2 since September of 21. Started MJ on August 20th of 23. I started with 404 pounds, A1C greater than 14. Current A1C is a 5.3, and as of right now, we're going to get into this video. So this is the final update of week 90. Okay, 15 milligram of MJ. Took it in my stomach above the knee. Okay. Y'all know every Thursday is jab day, and I always weigh myself to see where I'm at for the start of the week. So on jab day, I was 320.2. Okay, took my shot. I really didn't feel any effects of the 15, and I took it above the navel. I didn't feel no suppression, anything like that. Food noise wasn't there. I mean, it is what it is, but I didn't feel no suppression. I wasn't overeating either. Friday, I'm trying to see if I don't remember if I was fasting, if I did my 16 and 8 fasting. I'm not sure. But yeah, Saturday I weighed myself. I was still at 320.2. Thursday I was 320.2. Saturday was the same thing. But Sunday I weighed myself and I was 318 even. So that's that final update. It is what it is. I mean, each week, every week is different, depending on where you inject and depending on what dose. But I mean, really and truly, 15 really didn't do much. I didn't have suppression, and my weight was just teetering, So yeah, Sunday I was 318. I know yesterday I was 318.6. This morning I woke up, I was 319.4. But that's to be expected, because y'all all know, for those of y'all who've been following me for a good minute on here, paying attention to my journey, y'all know come Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then jab day, y'all know my weight always go up. So that's that. But we sticking to what I was Sunday, and that was 318 even. So it is what it is, y'all. Yeah, a lot of things can go into play. I'm 42 years old. Could be, once you get in that age, hormonal issues. A few more years gonna be menopause and perimenopause and all of that. It's just a lot. Age is a factor. Hormones is a factor. It's a lot of things. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, that's how it is every week. It's just nothing different. Nothing different. So, that's that. Trying to get my protein up. Trying to get more protein in and things like that. But really not much to report, y'all. Just kind of want to give y'all a weigh-in update, a final update as of Sunday, because I look at them first 4 days, between Thursday and Sunday. And Sunday I make Sunday my weigh-ins. So yeah, 318 even. But this morning I was 319.4. Tomorrow it might be up again, because yeah, that's how it be. It just go up. It fluctuates. Them last 4 days to shot day, that's how it does. It just goes up. Can't explain it. It just goes up. So that's that. I forgot to, I know one of y'all asked me to tag those apps that I was talking about, called We Sponsored and Influencer. I'm gonna, if I can remember, because you know me, when I'm editing, I hate editing and I be forgetting to add stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in the description. And yeah, I mean, don't apps be legit. They be legit, y'all. So you know, and you know me, I try not to gatekeep. So if you know them apps like that, they get free stuff. You know, who don't like nothing free? Who don't like free stuff? So yeah, I started not to do this video today because I had a rough day today. It was just overwhelming. But as I was coming on home, and because at first I was driving all the way home in complete silence, and then I turned on the music, and then I kind of, you know, that was alright. But yeah, let's get into some other stuff that I want to talk about. You know, I tell y'all all the time, before trying anything, over the counter, under the counter, in the counter, on the counter. You know, I tell y'all all the time, before trying anything, before putting anything in your body, talk with your doctor. I tell y'all this all the time, talk with your physician. Okay? Because you don't know, like as far as supplements and stuff like that, it may look good and it may sound good and it may get all of these high praises or whatever, but you don't know what's in them supplements or whatever to where, you know, if it's good for you. Just because it works for the next person doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. That's why I like to tell people all the time, do your research, and talk with your doctor. Your doctor don't know what you don't tell them. Because if you take something and something happen, the first thing your family and everybody want to do is point the finger at the doctor. Well, she said she went to you the other day, and this and that. Well, and then the doctor is all confused because they're like, well, she came to me, she didn't tell me she was taking, he or she didn't tell me they was taking this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, be careful of what you take. Research, and talk to your doctor. You need to let your doctor know everything that you're taking. Because if something happened, your doctor don't know what you don't tell them. And like I said, your family be the first one to point the finger at the doctor. And the doctor be clueless because they be like, well, she came the other day, then she ain't tell me nothing. I asked her this, she told me this, that, and the third, and that was it. I didn't know he or she was on this. You know what I'm saying? You need to let your doctor know everything that you're trying to take. You see something online that's all popular and you want to take it, you need to let your doctor know. Some of y'all don't want to tell y'all doctor because y'all already know. You tell your doctor about this certain product, you know what your doctor gonna tell you. That's why a lot of y'all don't like to tell y'all doctor nothing, because you know y'all doctor's gonna get y'all together. And I like a doctor that's gonna lead me the right way and that's gonna get me together. Yeah, I might be kind of pissed off and mad, this, that, because a lot of us don't like to hear the truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, we get mad at the truth, but I'd rather a doctor that's gonna tell me what's best for me instead of just going with the flow. What I tell them. Okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be careful. TikTok, like I said, y'all know how I feel about TikTok. You know, TikTok is toxic and stuff like that. They got a lot of things that's been popping up on my For You page about this gray market or something like that, gray whatever. You know, people getting these peptides overseas and stuff like that. Y'all need to be careful, okay? I'm not judging nobody for doing that, but I'm just telling y'all. I'm telling y'all that's following me, be careful of what y'all see online, okay? Y'all don't know what's in these products. These products are coming overseas. Y'all don't know what's in it, okay? And y'all, you know, people buying these gray whatever. I don't know if it's called gray market or gray peptides, however you call it. Some of y'all that's on TikTok that follow GLP-1, y'all probably done seen it all on y'all For You page. Please be careful. People, and I say this all the time, people get so desperate trying to, because already when people hear about Ozempic and Mounjaro, they already know the number one side effect is weight loss. And they already, when they get on these meds, their mindset is already fucked up, because their mindset is strictly about weight loss, instead of all the other most important factors. They worry about weight loss all the time. So when they're not getting the results that they're expecting, they want to take drastic measures by going either overseas, getting these peptides and stuff like that. Y'all, I need for y'all to be careful. Don't be consumed with trying this, that, and the third whenever y'all don't get the results that y'all need. You're not going to get the results overnight. It takes time. I done lost 91 pounds, and it's going to be 2 years I've been on Mounjaro Tirzepatide. It's going to be 2 years come August of this year that I've been on these meds, on Mounjaro. I done lost 91 pounds within almost 2 years. Y'all see my struggle. This does not happen overnight. Again, like I said, I'm down 91 pounds with almost 2 years. That does not happen overnight. Y'all need to understand that. And for some people, they get frustrated when they don't get these quick results, because again, they come on these meds with the mindset of losing weight, instead of worrying about, oh, their heart don't give them no problem, instead of worrying about, oh, my blood pressure ain't high, or I sleep better, or I don't have these inflammation. Instead of worrying about all the other stuff, they strictly want to worry about weight loss. And when they don't get the results, they want to take drastic measures and start finding all kind of shit online. I need for y'all to be careful. Okay? It's a lot of stuff being thrown at us on the internet. I need y'all to be careful. Talk with your doctor. You see what all of this that's going on with this gray market shit and people getting peptides over the seas or whatever? I know a lot of them ain't gonna talk. A lot of them probably didn't even talk to their doctor. They didn't talk to their doctor because they know what their doctor gonna say. Getting stuff from overseas, you don't know what's in it. And it makes me sad, because people are taking drastic measures to find anything that they can add along with their GLP-1, because they want to lose weight so bad. It's not about just losing weight, y'all. It's not about just losing weight. Okay? Weight loss is a side effect. And, y'all gonna get tired of me saying this, some of y'all, and some of y'all may not want to hear it. Weight loss is a side effect. Ozempic, Mounjaro, Ozempic semaglutide, Mounjaro Tirzepatide is type 2. Zepbound is for weight management, but Zepbound and Mounjaro is like the same thing. It's just that distinguish the two because insurance purposes. Okay? It is not a weight loss drug. Weight loss is a side effect. It is a side effect. 1 week you're going to have it, 1 week you ain't. Y'all see me. Y'all know my struggle. Okay? 1 week I'm down, the next week I'm up. Okay? This is not a weight loss shot. And it's sad, and it makes me sad, because the people that's coming on this medicine, they just want to they coming onto this medicine with the wrong mindset. And when they're not getting them results, they just expect results. They expect to lose 5 to 10 pounds within the week. When they don't get that, they want to start looking at all kind of other stuff. I need for y'all to understand that it does not happen overnight. Losing weight does not happen overnight. Again, I done lost 91 pounds within almost 2 years. That does not happen overnight. I done had many struggles. I done had 1 week where I was up, 1 week where I was down. I mean, you that's just how it is. But y'all have to understand that this is not a weight loss drug. Stop coming on this medicine just feeling like you're gonna lose weight, you lose it. And I know, and I get that, when people talk about this medicine, that's what they talk about is weight loss. They want to lose the weight. And I understand that we all want to lose weight. We all want that. Trust me, I know. You see my struggle week to week. You see how hard it is. It's taking me forever to get out of them 300s. Trust me, I know. But it does not happen overnight. And you need to look at all the other stuff, all the important factors besides just weight loss. If you got PCOS, look how many people that done had PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, that it helps with that. Look how many women who struggle to get pregnant, and once they got on this medicine, boom, got pregnant. Because I remember when I first started Mounjaro, and I was talking about how I was on the Depo-Provera, I remember a lot of women coming in one of my videos in the comments on TikTok telling me to be careful with having sex. Because being on Mounjaro and being on birth control, I'm not on the pill, I'm on the Depo-Provera shot. But being on them too at the same time, it's almost like the birth control not really working. Then I had many women that was on birth control. Once they got on Mounjaro, they done got pregnant. Just like that. Okay. A lot of women who struggle to get pregnant too, once they got on this medicine, look what happened, they got pregnant. You gotta look at all of that. Some people don't even have sleep apnea no more. They got this flying around here and it's getting on my nerve. People don't have sleep apnea no more. People not on their blood pressure medicine anymore. People don't even have to take metformin, because they had some people who had to take metformin and Mounjaro or Ozempic. They don't even have to take metformin no more, with Ozempic or Mounjaro. They don't even have to take that. And y'all got to look at all that other stuff and stop worrying about weight loss all the time. I know we all want to lose weight. I be frustrated too. I get frustrated sometimes because my weight just bouncing. Just bouncing and bouncing. And I got to understand. Yeah, I need to exercise. Yeah, that too. But I look at my age too. I'm in them 40s, perimenopause, I'm about to start kicking my. Sometimes I feel like I have perimenopause already, because some nights I be waking up hot. Sometimes I be burning up for no reason. Like I remember when that was, the weekend of my birthday, like that Friday of my birthday and that Saturday, I was just hot, sweating, burning up for no reason. So sometimes I feel like I already have a touch of it. You know what I'm saying? But again, a lot of that comes into play with my weight. You know what I'm saying? This is not a magic pill. This is not this is only a tool. Only a tool to kind of help you. You got to do the work. I tell this to anybody, you got to do the work. You got to do the work. I just want y'all to be careful. And sometimes I don't like to recommend supplements and stuff like that, like gummies or, I just be careful with stuff like that now, because not all those products are made for everybody. And you got to read what's in these products. You have to read the ingredients. A lot of us, we don't be reading the ingredients, we guilty. We don't read them. But we need to, because you don't know what's in these products. And then you also need to talk with your doctor. Look, doc, what you think about this gummy? Or what you think about this supplement? And y'all can go over what's in the ingredients and stuff like that. Your doctor needs to know all of this, because if something happened, your doctor don't know what you don't tell them, and if something happens, they'd be like, well, wait a minute, she didn't tell me, or he didn't tell me they was taking this. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. And let me tell you something. I said this again. TikTok is toxic. You see a whole lot of stuff on there being sold. Okay? I need for y'all to be careful. I'm not saying don't buy it, but before you buy something, do your research. Listen, I made this video the other day on TikTok. I research everything. I don't care if it's hair. I don't care if it's some shampoo. I don't care if it's some body wash. I don't care if it's a TV, a refrigerator, a car. panty, I don't care what it is, bra, whatever. I'm going to do my research on anything before I buy it. Anything. And that's why I say when it comes to supplements and stuff, you got to do your research. What's popular, it may be all popular and it may look good, you know, and everything. You know, you've seen all these reviews and stuff. And yeah, it may work for them, but that don't mean it's going to work for you. I'm just saying do your research. Do your research before consuming anything. And when you do your research, you need to have a conversation with your doctor. And like I said, some people don't like to tell their doctor them things because they already know they probably got the kind of doctor like me that's going to check you. You know you're not supposed to be taking that. That's not this, that, and the third. Know what I'm saying? Some of y'all don't want to talk to y'all doctor about certain things like that because y'all know, number one, y'all know it's wrong. Y'all know it's not safe. And y'all know y'all doctor, y'all probably got the kind of doctor that's going to check y'all. This gray market stuff that I'm seeing on TikTok, that's why I'm trying to see if I can mute some of that. This gray market stuff, this is not safe, y'all. And again, I'm not judging nobody because to each his own, to everybody. That's your body. I know for me, I'm following and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Mounjaro Tirzepatide until my doctor say otherwise. I got my doctor's appointment May 16th. My 4-month follow-up. It usually be a 3-month follow-up, but now she's making it a 4-month follow-up. That's my A1C. Check my A1C because like I said, my A1C was down to 5.3 in January. So we're going to see where it's at now. If it went up or went back down, went down again or whatever. And not only that, I want to see about doing some blood work. Oh yeah, I want to do some blood because that's another thing. I need to check some stuff because, you know what I'm saying? And then having problems with my weight fluctuating and stuff, and then my age and stuff. I just want to rule out all that. It's time for some blood work because it's been a good minute since I did blood work. And you always want to be up to date with your blood work, with your labs. So, all that's going to be done May 16th. But yeah, I just want y'all to be careful. You know, I've been seeing this gray market stuff and people getting these peptides all overseas. You don't even know what's in it. Y'all just be buying stuff, don't know what's in it. And then you see with these telehealth companies like Join Mochi and some hot ass men, so say is word on the street that Dr. what's her name? Dr. Myra or whatever. She wasn't even a real doctor. Word on the street, they saying she wasn't even a real medical professional. But she had all this good information. Like people were saying, she would have good actual facts. She would speak facts. Not really a medical professional that she was claiming. See what I'm saying? And a lot of them pharmacies, you know, man, listen. Y'all just be careful, okay? And do your research. Now, they got a lot of good telehealth. Just that John Mochi's and some shit. But they got a lot of good telehealth providers that's out there. I don't know the situation on Compound. You know, I'm hearing some things about Compound. I really can't dive into that, and I don't want to get into that. Because I don't deal with telehealth. So I don't want to speak nothing on telehealth. I'm not a part of one, but I do know they got a lot of good ones out there. So again, if you have to join a telehealth, that too, do your research. Okay, do your research. Just like I did my research before I got on Mounjaro Tirzepatide. I did my research and I was like, yeah, I need to be on this instead of metformin. It's going on 2 years. So do your research. Research. They got a lot of these multivitamins, all kind of stuff that be on TikTok. Do y'all research. I heard some things too about Mary Ruth. Now I heard a lot of good stuff about Mary Ruth. You know, people say it works. Then they got some people saying it. You know, one lady said it caused liver damage. Listen, like I said, do your research. Because that don't mean the product is not good. The product is probably good and it really does work, but it probably don't work for you and your body. So that's why I say you got to do your research. You got to read what's in these vitamins and stuff like that, and you got to have a sit down with your doctor. You got to make sure your lab work is up to date. You got to make sure you check from head to toe, all of that. Because again, these products probably are good, like these multivitamins and stuff like that. They probably all good, but it may be with your body. You know what I'm saying? It may be something inside of you to where it's causing a reaction when you're taking these multivitamins. It may not work for you. That's what I'm saying. Y'all need to just research instead of just jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, you know, everybody and their mama saying, you know what I'm saying? And then you go take it and bam, look, something happened. And again, like these multivitamins and these liquids and stuff, it's not to say that they're bad. We're not saying that. I'm not saying that. It might be good, but it may not be good for you. You may get it right. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you got to research a product before you swallow anything. Before you swallow anything, do your research. Do your research. Read the fine print. Read what's all into these multivitamins and stuff like that. And then once you read that, you need to talk with your doctor before swallowing anything. Talk with your doctor. Your doctor may recommend something better than that. You know what I'm saying? Talk with your doctor. Perfect example. I used to tell I told my doctor one time how, you know, the medicine Mounjaro does cause constipation. You know, that's one of the side effects, constipation. So I remember telling her that I would take milk or magnesia when I get like that. And, you know, she was like, yeah, that's fine and stuff like that. It's okay. But she was like, you know, you can take Miralax daily to kind of have like a normal, you know, because you're supposed to have a bowel movement every day. At least every day, if not every other. But you're supposed to have a normal bowel movement either every day or every other day. Now, when it's been going on 2 days, that's a problem. Okay? So, like she was telling me, she's like, you know, you can take Miralax. Miralax can be taken daily, so you can have a normal flow and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. See what I'm saying? When you sit down and talk with your doctor, she didn't tell me milk or magnesia was bad, but she also was telling me Miralax can be taken as a daily supplement. You know what I'm saying? To kind of help with your bowel movement. See what I'm saying? See, when you just sit down and talk with your doctor, hey. But a lot of y'all that's doing that gray market, y'all not going to talk with y'all doctor. Because y'all know y'all doctor going to tell y'all that's not safe. Y'all don't want to hear that. Some people don't want to hear that. They want to just do it. You know, but I understand everybody grown. Everybody is grown and they do what they want. But I just want to tell y'all, be careful. Be careful. It's a lot of stuff, you know, like I said, the internet can be dangerous. It can be good and it can be dangerous. And I tell y'all this all the time. TikTok is toxic. It is. That's why you got to be careful. You got to be careful. It can be good sometimes, but a lot of stuff is toxic. You have to be careful. It's just common sense. Do your research, man. Before you swallow anything, do your research. Before you inject something else inside, do your research. Do your research. That's all. That's all. Do your research and talk with your doctor. Now, if your doctor telling you it's okay, hey, at least you talk with your doctor. And if something happened, you can say, my doctor told me it was okay. Nah. That's all I'm saying. But at least you talk with your doctor. A medical professional told you it was okay. I just don't see no medical professional. I don't see no sane medical professional giving the okay to get peptides from this gray market. I know my doctor. Let me go tell her I'm injecting. I done bought something overseas and she gonna look at me like, are you what? That's my doctor. Kind of doctor I got. Okay. I don't know no sane doctor that's gonna be telling y'all, oh, it's okay, you can go ahead and get the peptides from Canada and Saudi Arabia. You know, I'm just saying, what doctor in their right mind gonna tell y'all that it's safe to go do that? But again, and I'm not judging nobody, and everybody's grown, they do what they want. But again, people get so worked up when they don't get the results that they want. So they be in panic mode trying to find all kind of stuff. And they don't care where it is or where it come from. Just be careful, man. Y'all gotta understand it take time. And y'all stop worrying about weight loss all the time. It's more than just weight loss. Weight loss is a bonus to this medicine. It really is. It's a bonus. Now, another thing, I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. I'm gonna talk about another situation. Miss Janelle Rona. If you all know Janelle Rona is, she's just macro coach. You know, she started on TikTok back in the pandemic area, 2021. She was doing keto. She used to do this keto and stuff like that. She had really good recipes and stuff like that. Then she stopped doing keto, and then she would badmouth keto, how keto this, keto that, and everything. Then she became this macro coach. You know, get your protein up and all that, which is fine. You know, you gotta get your protein up, and you know. Okay, well, she also sells this $200 workout meal plans or whatever, nutritional plans. $200, and people was buying them. A lot of things stuff like that is free 99. Like Linda Lynn, one of the content creators on here that do natural hair and stuff like that. Linda Lynn, I used to like when she would say in the beginning of her video, free 99. So yeah, a lot of these plans, these nutritional coach fitness people be selling, is free 99 on the internet. But whatever the case, people was buying them. Okay. Well, she just came out a couple of days ago that she's been on a GLP-1 for over a year. Okay. Congratulations, happy birthday. That's fine. The problem is not that she's on the medicine. They ain't got nothing. We ain't mad at her for that. We not upset about that. That's not why everybody's upset about being on the medicine. It's not the medicine. The problem is you've been on this medicine and still selling these $200 plans without telling the people that you on a GLP-1. Now, she been on one for a whole year. While she been on a GLP-1 for a whole year, she still was selling them $200 plans. Now, mind you, the reason why it's fucked up, in my opinion, is because these people, the people that was paying for this, thought that they were paying only what you were promoting and selling, which was the macros, you know, the protein and all of that. Okay? And the fact that you was losing weight and all of that on a GLP with the help of GLP-1, you wasn't telling nobody that. So these people are upset because they paying $200 thinking that you're only doing what you're selling. You wasn't putting into the plan, you're now on a GLP-1. Okay? So that's why people is upset, because they were paying the $200 and you claiming you losing this weight and all of that. You know, you promoting these plans and stuff like that, but at the same time, you was losing the weight with the help of a GLP-1. That's why people are all upset, because you didn't say, well, I'll now incorporate a GLP-1 with that. Had you said that from the jump, you would have got all the support. All the support. But you coming out after a year saying, well, this whole time I was on a GLP-1. Oh no, some people are upset because they probably was doing everything that you were selling and not getting the results like you. Because why? This whole time you had the help of a GLP-1. So I'm upset with her because of not saying this whole time, while she was selling her meal plan or whatever it is, she wasn't telling people she's now on GLP-1. She waited a whole year, and then for her to say she could have not said nothing, you know, I could have not said nothing, I could have just kept. for her to say that. Okay. I hope this be a lesson to her. And again, first of all, I don't need to know why you on a medicine. I don't need to know your diagnosis. I don't need to know your symptoms. I really don't need to know. That's none of my business. My problem is this whole time, this whole year, you kept selling your meal plan and promoting the food and this and that and saying this and that. How many? This whole time you was on a GLP-1, and people that's buying these plans thinking you doing it based, you losing weight based on just what you're selling. You're not telling them, oh, well, I had the help of GLP-1. You waited a whole year to say that. So that's why people is upset. And all I'm saying is, the fitness people, the nutritional people, if y'all got the help, ain't nothing wrong with that. If y'all on a GLP-1, nothing is wrong with it. I promise you. We're not judging you for that. The point is, we just want y'all to be honest. If y'all selling something, be honest. And y'all on a GLP-1, be honest up front and say, hey, look, this is my workout plan, but I want to let y'all know I'm also on a GLP-1. I've now started a GLP-1 medication. That's all people are asking you. It's just to be honest. That's all. That's all. They're going to talk about you regardless, because, people, they talk about us for being on these meds. People already said we taking the easy way out, which we know ain't nothing easy by being on this medication. But just be honest. Don't be selling all these workout plans, meal plans and stuff like that and promoting just that. And all the while behind closed doors, you're on a GLP-1. That's why people are upset. It's the honesty and the transparency. Just be honest. I promise you, if she would have came out and said, look, I went to my doctor today. He's now started me on a GLP-1. So I just want to let y'all know, these are I have now started a GLP-1 med along with doing this. I promise you, she would have said that from the beginning. She would have got the support. She would have still got the support. She probably would have got, the side eye still, because, that's how they look at us for being on this med. But she would have got a whole lot of support had she just been honest. That's all people are really saying. You should have just been honest. You still got support. You know what I'm saying? So that's another stuff that's going on TikTok. We don't have these problems on YouTube, but I'm just saying, just be honest. Just be honest. We're not asking you for your diagnosis. We're not asking you for your medical history. We're not asking you that. You on one, you on one. That's it. Nobody needs to know why. You on it, you on it. And that's it. That's it. That's all. But just be careful. With this gray market stuff, peptides and all that, I've been seeing some unboxing. I just kept seeing that on my For You page on TikTok. I'm like, what the hell is that? What is going on? And oh no, when I start reading into that, I'm like, no ma'am, I got to block this. No ma'am, I'm not judging nobody. That is y'all are grown men and women. That's what y'all want to do. That's y'all. But I would not partake into that. And I see it on my timeline. I'm gonna find a way to mute them words. To each his own. It's just too much. That's why I say y'all need to be careful with looking at stuff on the internet, because people get easily influenced by seeing things like that, and it can become dangerous. It can really become dangerous by promoting and stuff like that. And people are in desperate times. They are in desperate need of wanting to lose weight. So seeing stuff like that, they're gonna try anything they could along with what they're already taking. Y'all be careful, y'all. Don't be easily influenced and persuaded into things like that. Y'all be careful. If it ain't coming from your doctor, be careful, y'all. If it ain't coming from a medical professional, be careful. Read the fine print, research, do your studies. Google can be your best friend. I tell this to anybody. Google can be your best friend for information. Okay? Do your research. That's all I got to say. Do your research. Do your research. Read what's in these products. And talk with your doctor. Talk with your doctor. Have a conversation with your doctor. I don't know why some of y'all be so scared to talk to y'all doctor. Why y'all so scared? Because you know what it is? Because y'all know y'all doctor gonna get y'all together by trying all kind of shit. That's why y'all scared to talk to y'all doctor. Y'all know y'all doctor gonna get y'all together. Y'all know I love y'all. I just want y'all to don't be easily influenced and persuaded. You know, don't get me wrong. They got a lot of good stuff. They got a lot of good multivitamins and things like that, you know, out there on the internet and stuff like that. Just what I'm saying is just do your research, because you don't know, it might be one little ingredient that's in there that may not agree with you. You know what I'm saying? And then make sure your labs is up to date and just talk to your doctor. Trust me, I'm pretty sure most doctors know a lot about all the multivitamins and stuff like that. They can tell you. They can be like, oh, you gonna get that? You can just go to Walmart. Buy this, that, or the third. It's the same thing they're probably gonna tell you. You know? So I just want y'all just to be mindful. Be mindful. And just everything is common sense, what I'm saying. Common sense. Before you swallow something, whether it's a pill or liquid. Hey, do your research. That's all. And with Janelle Rona, I mean, hey, that's gonna be a lesson to her. You know what I'm saying? And again, people just upset because paying for her plans, thinking that's what they buying, thinking that's all she was doing. You know what I'm saying? And all the while she was on a GLP-1. That's the only reason why people are upset. Now, she did say that she was going to refund everybody within the last, everybody who bought within the last 11 months. She was going to give them a refund. She did say that. I hope she does that, because, they're going to follow up and say she ain't did what she said. But, but everything is a learning moment. Everything is a learning moment. We all can learn from our mistakes. That's all. We learn from it so it don't happen again. That's all what it is. But I didn't like that, not one bit. Oh no. And she probably was kind of scared to say something, because they would have been like, she probably would have got all these remarks to her. How come you on it? You know what I'm saying? She probably would have still got talked about had she been honest, but at least people can say, well, at least she was honest. At least she didn't lie to us. You know what I'm saying? She probably would have still got judged. Like they judge us not for being on these meds, but at least she was honest. At least she was honest. At least the people could have said, but she was honest. She ain't lied. She a real one. You know what I'm saying? That's all. It's 43 minutes. Me talking to y'all like that. Y'all already like when I do long videos, and lately I haven't been doing long videos. That's y'all long one right there. Y'all ain't getting no more. So that is it. This is a long one. Child, I just had a lot to say, because I've been seeing some stuff, and I want y'all to be careful. I want y'all to be careful. It's just too much being flown everywhere, and I'm like, oh no, I don't need to see none of that. I'm going on mute. So, I'm just looking out for y'all. Okay, just be mindful. What look good don't mean it's good to you. Okay, I'm just saying that, because not all ingredients agree with everybody. Everybody's body is different. So not all ingredients gonna work for everybody. That's why you gotta read what's in there, and then you gotta talk with your doctor. Look, doc, I was thinking about getting so and so and stuff like that. Your doctor probably be like, nope, you don't need that. I'm gonna tell you what you can get. That's all. Stop being scared to talk to y'all doctor, because y'all know y'all doctor gonna get y'all together. Especially with that gray market shit. I can see my doctor looking at me like I'm crazy. What? Baby, y'all know better than that. But y'all grown. I can't tell a grown man or woman what to do. I can only tell them be careful. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Be careful. Cause people are desperate, baby. People are desperate. They ain't getting the results within a week. Oh, baby, they need to find something else. Shh. I would say something else, but I'm not gonna say it on here. But that's besides the point. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, share my videos on all platforms. Again, this concludes week 90 of the 15 milligram of NJ. I think Thursday. Oh, Lord. I thought today was Wednesday. Thursday, I think I'm going to go back down to 12.5. Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Because I got 110, 115, and I got a whole box of 12.5. I think. They got a whole box of them. Yeah, so we shall see. But final update, 3/18 as of Sunday. So, like I said, thank you guys for watching this video. And I will be back soon with many, many more to come. Bye, y'all.